Hey there, tech fans. Rick here from the OREI team with an overview of the UHD-EXB400R-K HDMI extender kit. This product makes it very simple to extend any uncompressed 4K ultra-high definition media stream to a secondary location in your home up to 492 feet or 150 meters away over a single Cat5e or Cat6 cable. And because the product incorporates the latest HDBaseT technology, that same cable can carry power from your primary location to the secondary receiver, as well as infrared signals in both directions to control the media you're watching. Finally, RS-232 signals can also be incorporated over that single LAN cable, which really simplifies the installation process. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with an unboxing of the product to show you everything that comes with the kit. Then I'll take a closer look at the key components and explain the connections you'll need to make to get it working in your own home. I'll list some of the audio and video standards that the product can support. And then finally, I'll come back and actually install the product here on the bench to show you just how simple it'll be to get it working in your own home. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find a group of components that I have in front of me: the receiver module, the transmitter module, a single power supply, two sets of infrared blasters, which are what carry the infrared signals between the primary and secondary locations. Also included are sticky pads to attach those to your equipment, two sets of brackets where you can actually mount the transmitter and receiver on the wall to get them up off the floor and out of the way. Also included are two quick connects for the RS-232 connections on the back of the units. And then finally, an instruction manual which lists diagrams to show you the connections that are needed, specifications for the product, and contact information in case you have any questions once we're done. Now, if you stay tuned, we'll take a closer look at the products next. The OREI UHD-EXB400R-K supports a wide range of media, including uncompressed HDMI audio and video with resolutions up to 4K at 60 Hz. Its audio support includes LPCM 2-channel surround sound, Dolby Digital, Dolby True HD, Dolby Digital Plus, DTS-ES, DTS HD Master, DTS HD-HRA, and DTS-X. It also supports a wide range of home media products, including cable TV boxes, streaming devices like Roku, DVD players, game consoles, and home surveillance systems. Now we'll take a closer look at all of the components included with the kit. Sender module, receiver module. The sender module is installed at your primary location where your media equipment is today. The receiver module gets installed at the secondary location where you'd like to enjoy that media. Also included are two infrared blaster sets, one for the receiver, one for the sender, and a set of sticky tape to hold these to your components. Also included are two quick disconnects for RS-232 connections, two sets of brackets that allow you to mount these on a wall or a desk, and a single power supply. Now we'll take a closer look at the infrared blasters. There's two different styles of infrared blasters, a larger and a smaller. The larger is actually the receiver and gets plugged into the infrared in on the back of these units. This is the transmitter that gets plugged into the infrared out on the back of these units, and again, there's corresponding sticky tape. Also included are the brackets, and I've explained before how they get mounted on the back, and I'll show you where those mount. The power supply is a standard 24-volt DC unit. This end gets plugged into the wall, and the other end has a barrel connection that gets plugged into the back of the sender or receiver module. You can tighten the collar to hold it in place, and that's all the power you'll need. Now, if we take a closer look at the units, I'll start with the sender module. On the front, you'll notice an LED indicating you've got good power. There's a service port over here, which is a micro USB connection. That's used for firmware updates if needed later on for the unit. The cabinet is made out of metal to reduce outside interference. Plenty of venting on the bottom and the sides to keep the components at a comfortable temperature. On the back of the unit, power supply connection, which I just explained, the power supply plugs in there and you can tighten the collar. That's your LAN connection. That's the Cat5e or Cat6 cable that goes between these two units. You have two HDMI connections. HDMI in on the sender unit comes from the media source that you want to extend. The HDMI out can be used to loop back that same source to a local monitor so you can enjoy the content at both the primary and second locations at the same time. There are two ports over here that are 3.5 millimeters. Those are used for the infrared blasters. That's your infrared in, infrared out, and this is the connection for the RS-232 if you're going to send signals across that same wiring. Now we'll take a look at the receiver. Again, on the front, power indicator, service port, same venting on the bottom and the sides. On the back, similar connections, another power supply connection. You can connect the power supply at either the sender end or the receiver end. It's totally your choice. That's the other end of the cable that comes from the sender, your Cat5e or Cat6. Here you have a single HDMI connection that will connect up to whatever monitor you want to use at that secondary location. You also have the ability to separate the audio out of that stream. So if you have a home system that you want to pump that audio into to get better audio on that secondary location, you can use a short 3.5 millimeter cable from here to your audio equipment and actually separate out the audio from the video stream. Again, infrared in, infrared out, and the RS-232 connection over here. And it really is just that simple to hook it up. Now, if you stay tuned, I'll show you exactly how this gets connected in your own home. Now I'll show you just how simple it'll be to use this media extension kit with your own equipment at home. And for this demonstration, on this side of the table, I'm simulating the primary location in your home where you're currently enjoying the media you'd like to share with that secondary location. And on this side of the table, I'm simulating that secondary location where you'd like to enjoy that media. This could be an upstairs bedroom or downstairs in the den. It's within 150 meters of your primary location. Now currently, I've got a computer plugged in as my HDMI input source to a monitor, and that can be any valid HDMI source like a game console or DVD player, but currently I've got a computer. Now I'll connect up the sender module first, then I'll show you how to connect up the receiver module. The first connection you'll make is the HDMI input source, so I'll disconnect it from the monitor, and that gets plugged into the HDMI input on the back of the sender module. Now the sender module provides for a loopback function, which allows you to enjoy the media that you're transmitting to that secondary location at the primary location while you're transmitting it. And to enable that, you need another HDMI cable. You'll connect one end of it up to the monitor, and the other end up to the HDMI output port on the back of that sender module. All right, now we'll connect up the power. I've already plugged in the power supply, and on the end of that cable is a barrel connection with a collar that plugs into the power connection on the back of the sender module, and we'll tighten up the collar. Now the minute I connect that up, you'll notice the power indicator comes on. What's currently happening is the unit's going through a power on self-test, which is checking all the internal components to make sure they're functional. It's also checking the resolution of the input source against the resolution of the monitor, and it's making whatever adjustments are necessary to give you the best possible picture. All right, now we'll connect up the receiver module. I've got a monitor with an HDMI cable on the back. We'll connect that up to the HDMI output port on the back of the receiver module. Now I won't need a power supply at that secondary location because we're using HDBaseT Technology, which transmits the audio, the video, the power, and the control signals back and forth between these two over a single LAN cable. So the only connection we'll need to make is that LAN connection between them. Now I'm simulating that with 100 feet of Cat6 cable here. You have to use a Cat5e or Cat6 cable, and you want to get a cable with really good quality to make sure you get the best possible performance. So I'll connect up one end to the sender module, and the minute I connect it up to the receiver module on the other end, you'll notice the power indicator come on. There we go. So the minute that comes on, the secondary unit is now going through a power on self-test to check the connection, to check the resolution of the HDMI being sent to it, and to check the resolution of the monitor. Once it's happy, it's made the adjustments to give you the best possible picture, and there you go. There's the same source being shared over a single Cat6 cable to the secondary location. Now, in addition to that, the receiver module also has an audio output connection, which allows you to split the video and the audio at that secondary location to feed that into a home stereo system for better audio. The last thing I'll talk about are the IR blasters. On the receiver end, you'll use the IR in, which is a receiver, and plug it into the IR in on this side, and that allows you to use a remote control at that secondary location and have those IR signals sent over the same LAN cable to the primary location, where you'll connect up another IR transmitter on this end to the IR output, and this goes right in front of whatever device you want to connect. So this picks up the IR signals at the remote location somewhere else in your home, transmit those over the cable to the primary location to control whatever media device you're watching. And it really is just that simple to connect it up. We hope this overview of the UHD-EXB400R-K Media Extension Kit was helpful in showing you how this product makes it very simple to extend any 4K ultra-high definition media stream to a second location in your home up to 150 meters away over a single Cat5e or Cat6 cable. And because the product utilizes the latest in HDBaseT technology, it not only simplifies the installation, but it means that your video stream is going to be delivered in pure uncompressed format for the best possible picture. If you have any questions about anything we've covered today, please check the FAQ on our website or use the Contact Us link to send us a note and we'll answer your questions as quickly as possible. Until next time, thanks for watching.